Oh, because that's how I need to be. I have to set alarms for everything. Okay, so it's
It's true.
recording, and then let me manage participants and mute everybody. Current and new participants we muted. Okay, Erin, you have to unmute yourself.
All
Okay,
right.
thank you.
Fantastic. Okay, so sorry for the weird lighting, but as a mom boss, you kind of figure out how to make things work. Like you said, my name is Erin Stones, and I am one of the OGs. I'm original founder, founding stylist with Color Street, and I barely squeaked into the presidential team, and so it's quite an honor to be a part of that. And I know, number one, that my customers and my ability to retain customers is a big part of the reason why I was able to make it into the presidential circle. There goes the alarm again.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. You're fine. So I came right out of the gate. When I first signed up for Color Street, I kind of told myself that I was doing it because I'm really good at sales. I'm one of those people that legitimately, I think every direct sales company has had somebody approach me because they want me to be a salesperson. And for a long time, I was like, I know I'd be good at this. So, but I didn't want to, right? I didn't, I didn't want to do one of those direct sales MLM, like people that are going to drive you crazy type of jobs, but I knew that I would be good at it. And I never really understood why I would be good at sales, but I just knew I would be good at it. So as I jumped into this opportunity, I thought, well, I don't know that I'll have much of a team, but I'm going to rock it at sales. So I did. I hit all of my jump starts. In fact, I hit all of my jump starts before we went to conference, which was less than 2 months after we um, signed, or after we started Color Street. And a lot of those customers from June and July of 2017 are still consistent customers for me today. So one of the things I don't do, but I want to add to my thing, is do like a customer email. So a lot of people, I know they do consistent customer emails, and that's a great way to retain customers. So I'm going to say that up front. I don't do it right now, but it is something I want to add into my life, because as my team is growing and I'm finding that I have a lot of responsibilities to split up between working with my team and working with my stylist, and still having a family of 5 children. And I also have a husband who travels. And when I get back from the cruise, we will not have seen each other for 3.5 weeks. So it's a little bit crazy. I'm essentially a single mom a lot of the time. So, how do you manage all of these things? So I'm going to just say that up front. I recommend that you look into setting up some type of email service with your customers, but that's not something I do right now. So can you be successful without that? 100% you can. So what I'm going to go ahead and start with today is the first thing you need to do is make a decision as to what your dream customer is going to look like. So you need to be looking to growing your customer base with the type of customers that you want. Now, do you want a customer that is just going to order once and never come back again? Do you want a customer that is going to order, once every quarter, or every so often when they remember, or just when they have a big event? Or do you want a customer that's going to be coming back every single month and checking out all the new things that we have coming out? Because hello, Color Street comes out with new things all the time, and it's amazing. We are so spoiled with the fact that we have a consumable product that changes all the time. We have new opportunities. We have new nail strips coming out. We have new incentive programs, things that are happening all the time. And Color Street is marketing geniuses by having this available to us. So what is your dream customer? And I'm serious, like I do a lot of vendor events. And so I do have a lot of customers that buy from me once and never buy from me again. Not because I don't try to keep them, but because a lot of people like to shop that way. And then I also have my customers that I see them about once a quarter. They order like a couple $100 worth of nails. And then I know I'm not going to see them again for a few months. And then I have the bulk of what my customer base is. And that is my customers that come back. They're the ones that every time we release, they place an order. And, they place an order for $35 to $39 because of the buy three, get one free. And that's what they order. But they do it every time something is released. So there is value in all the different types of customers that you can bring in. But you need to determine, first of all, if you're saying, I need to grow my customer base, you need to say, what kind of customers am I looking for? Growing your customer base generally doesn't mean you're going to want customers that are going to buy once and never buy again. But you never know what kind of customer somebody's going to be. So never, you want to be reaching out to every different type of audience. So the ways that you're going to do that is, number one, be genuine. Make yourself inviting, make your group inviting, and make sure that you really are being genuine. Do you love this product? If you don't, you better figure out a way to love it, because people can sense that. If you are trying to sell a product you don't love and you don't stand behind, you're never going to do well. So if you don't love this product right now, you better rethink what you're doing, or you better find a way to love it. Okay. Do I love every single set that comes out? No, but can I sell them all? Of course I can, because I love the idea of the product. I love what the product offers women. So it goes beyond just loving the product in general. Do you love the company you work for? If not, you better figure out a way to love it, because this is what is driving you. So I've worked in other direct sales companies before, not necessarily in growing a business like I have with Color Street. But one of the reasons I didn't grow a business with these other ones is because I enjoy the products for myself, but I didn't necessarily think it was something that could be used by a wide variety of people. And I didn't want to be disingenuous in trying to get people to purchase these products. But with Color Street, my favorite part about it is that it's a quick and inexpensive way for women to feel good about themselves. I came into this company struggling with severe depression and not even wanting to get out of bed. I had 5 amazing kids. I had a wonderful husband. I had a good life, a wonderful house, so many things to be happy about, but I didn't like myself. And I don't know why all of a sudden I got emotional, but I found something that could make me feel good about myself and not make me want to or not make me feel like I was going to go bankrupt trying to better myself. I tried all the exercise programs. I tried all the different supplements and all the different things that I could do in these other companies. But they all, they were all a little bit harder for me. We have a really easy product to sell, you guys. It's so amazing. And I can't tell you how exciting it is to hear women, you see them try this on and you hear women say, oh my gosh. And you know that product is about to change their lives. It's the greatest thing ever. So make sure that you're genuine. Make sure that you love what you're doing. You love your product. And if you don't love it, figure out a way to love it. Can this business be stressful? Heck yes, it can. Believe me. I've cried a lot of tears over this business. I've, felt a lot of stress over what I have going on. But I always come back to him. My husband he always says to me, stop, Erin. Why are you doing this? What do you love about this product? And what do you love about this company? And I just take myself back to that and remember there's going to be hard days, but that doesn't change the fact that I love what I'm doing and I love the direction that things are heading. So that's number one. After you've defined your dream customer, number one, you're going to be genuine with them. Number 2, I did finally ask one time in my VIP group. I said, okay, guys, I want to know, people always say I have a great VIP group. We have a lot of fun. Help me understand what is it that you enjoy about this group? Why do you want to be here? Why do you, continue to shop with me when I know that a lot of you have other friends that sell Color Street? And I can't tell you how many people said to me, you make me feel like I'm your best friend. Now, let me clarify that 90% of those people I've never met in person. So think about these people. These customers are what drive your business. These customers are the people that will potentially become your hostesses, and even more importantly, the people on your team. So how are you treating them? Are you treating them with the customer service that you expect? Are you treating them the way you would want your best friend to treat you? I do that all the time. I love these women that are in my group, that are participating, that are buying from me. They are making it possible for me to get a paycheck every month. They are making it possible for me to share this product with people. They're making it possible for me to have these super fun Facebook parties or in-home parties. I have women that I've never met before that happen to live in my area that have turned around and invited me to come and do a party in their home. And it's amazing that I walk in the door and I feel like I know these people and I feel like I'm their friend, even though I've met that was the first time I'd ever met some of those people. So how do you make these people your best friends? Well, It's called social media. It's social for a reason. So when people join my VIP group, or when I meet customers in person, then I share a product with them, or I meet them at a VIP or at a vendor event, I personally invite them to join my VIP group. Now, I encourage them to do it right there at the event, or right there when I'm standing there talking to them. And that is, they don't always do that, or I can be super busy at an event and we just don't get it done. But whenever someone requests to be a member of my VIP group, I friend request them, and I send them a personal message welcoming them to the group and telling them how excited I am to have them there, asking them if they've tried it, which color they tried, and what their favorite thing about Color Street is so far. A lot of times these women say, I've actually never tried it, or I only tried that one sample at the vendor event, or my friend told me about this and she told me that your group is a lot of fun. So, but I personally welcome them, and I friend request them. Once they accept my friend request, I go look through their personal page, and I find things to comment on, and I find ways to make myself inserted into their life, because I want these people to be long-term customers that are going to come back every single month and every single release. Now, do all of them do that? No, of course not, because if you expect every person you ever put a sample on, or every person that's ever ordered from you, to order from you every month for the rest of your life, then you're going to have a lot of frustrating nights, because it's not going to happen. But are you taking the steps to, number one, be genuine, and number two, make them feel like they're your best friend? And the genuine goes into that feeling like their best friend. If you go and check out their page and see what they have going on in their life, you're going to feel a better connection to them as well. And you're going to want to learn more about them, and you're going to want to do things in your group that get them talking about what's happening in their lives. So the other thing that I recommend is, if you're doing a VIP group and that's where you're trying to generate a lot of your business, and honestly, I easily BQ out of my VIP group every month. I wouldn't have to do any parties at all, and I could still BQ out of my VIP group. But the parties are what makes my group continue to grow, and the parties is what bring in the customers that replace the customers who are not consistently ordering or have dropped off from their ordering. So you want to make your VIP group more than just about nails. You want to make it somewhere that people are excited to be, where they can come and share their tips and tricks. I love when I have women come in and post things just about randomly about their day, because they want a community of women who are going to make them, who are going to connect with them and make them feel good about whatever's happening, or buoy them up if they're struggling. And I have that happen in my group pretty regularly. So the third thing you're going to want to remember is that people buy people and products. They don't just buy products. So especially in our industry, you are not Walmart, right? So if you want to be Walmart, great. People are going to come, they're going to buy from you, and they're going to walk away, and then they're going to find another Walmart, and they're going to be able to find whatever they want wherever they go. Instead, you want to be, can't even think of what the comparison is, because you're even a step above Target. You're above all these things. You want to be the place where they want to keep coming. You want them to come back to you because they are buying you. They love what you have to offer. They love the way you make them feel about themselves. They just are drawn and attracted to the person that you are. So, have you ever had customers get ticked off at me? Yeah. I have stylists that get ticked off at me. I have people that get upset with me. I see Hillary laughing because she knows it's true. I have people that don't like me. And sometimes they don't like me because they're a little bit jealous of how happy I am about nails. I don't have my nails done right now. It's because I'm getting ready for the cruise and I can't decide what to put on yet. So I want people to not only fall in love with the product, but also to fall in love with me. So I also take it very personally when people don't like me. But I also have learned to accept that not everyone is going to be head over heels over what I have to say every single day. But you want to make sure you're keeping your content positive, but positive but real. I had somebody say to me just the other day, I keep coming back to you because despite the things that are hard in your life, you keep going and you're positive. 3 years ago, I was not that person. 2 years ago, I was not that person. I was the one who posted on Facebook, oh, why do I even bother? Things like that. And I recognized as soon as I started getting into this business and reflecting on my own self and looking at my personal profile and saying, why do people want to shop with me? Because at first I didn't think they would want to. I thought, I'm this kind of fat, gross girl and I'm depressed, and who would want to shop with me? So I decided that day I had to make a change. I had to do things differently. And so I took the positive approach, and I decided that I wanted my customers to all be my best friends. And I genuinely love the women that shop with me. And I'm super grateful that they have chosen to be a part of my life, and that they've chosen to be a part of the changes that I've gone through. So I regularly do giveaways in my VIP group. I thank them for their participation. I do top participation posts. I do a lot of things. I have freebie Fridays. I do, sales in my group, and I do specials. I used to have something called the originals, and it was everybody who had ordered from my original catalog. But when they changed the website, that kind of went away. So that's the reason I used to email them every couple of weeks and do specials just for these original people who had ordered from my original catalog. I've had people message me and say, what happened to the originals? And I'm so sad that with the new website, I wasn't able to continue doing that. But that's the reason I mentioned that I want to start doing a newsletter, because people want to feel special. And so your job is to make them feel special, but also invite them to order. Don't be afraid to post about the fact that you have goals that you're reaching. Now, I don't recommend doing things like, I'm trying to earn a cruise and I need all of you to get there, so help me get there. That's not what it's about. You need to make your posts about them. You need to make, what do you have to offer them? It's not what they have to offer you. Even though you are the recipient and are blessed by what they're doing, you are here for them, and they need to know that, and they need to understand that. So it all comes back to being genuine, being yourself, making them feel like they're special and loved and wanted, and that their purchases from you are appreciated. And remembering yourself that people buy people, not just products. So be that person that you would want to shop with. Be that person that you would want to be your best friend. And thank you notes and random, every so often I just pick 4 or 5 people out of my VIP group, and I just send them a free set and say, thank you so much for being a member of my VIP group. I appreciate your consistent participation, things like that. And then of course I do it where they know that they're going to win something. But it's a lot of fun to surprise people and help them have a good day. And I also throughout the week I go through my VIP list and who's in there, and I go and I pull up their names and say, okay, I'm going to go comment on some of their things. I occasionally tag people in the group. I go through rotations of tagging people in my VIP group so they know that I know they're there, and hope that they're paying attention. So anyway, those are my top tips for how you can have customer retention. I know there's a lot more specific stuff that everybody can and does do, but make it about what works for you, and make it about what works for your customers. And again, my assignment for you this week is to determine for you, what is your dream customer and what do they look like? Is your dream customer a stay-at-home mom with a lot of children? Is your dream customer the mom who goes to work and just needs something that's simple and easy because she's got a lot going on? Is your dream customer all of the co-eds at the local college? Just determine today who your customers are. I mean, my customers are the world. I want everybody to shop with me. But I have to narrow that down, and that's how I get a focus for what am I doing this month? Well, I have a vendor event, and it focuses on this type of people, so that's my dream customer this month. And if you envision it, and if you recognize the type of people you're looking for, you're going to find them. And don't be afraid to invite them to order, and invite them to participate, and invite them to become a part of your customer community. So there you go.
Thanks, Erin. I love the part about like creating your dream customer, because in reality, these customers love it enough, they're going to be your stylist, right? And you're only going to want to work with people that you like and that are like you. And so I think creating that dream customer only helps with creating your dream team, right? And then, oh my gosh, I don't know why I always forget that you can interact with your people. But like, that's just a good reminder for all of us. I feel like I mean, I know for myself, I don't go out of my way to like go and comment on the people that are in my VIP group, like on their personal wall. That's something that I don't do right now. So I am definitely going to start implementing that. And I think that's going to help a ton with just like being more genuine. I don't want them to think that the only relationship I have with them is Color Street. Because to be honest with you, most people that purchase with me are referrals of other people, and so I don't know them and I never met them. And so I want to start building that relationship outside of Color Street so that they'll keep buying from me when their best friend starts selling it or whatever, you know. So I love that too. Thank you.
And one more thing I just remembered. With all the changes that happened with Facebook recently, I've been doing a lot of research and figuring things out. And Color Street, Facebook watches what you do on your personal profile and what you do outside of your groups. And the algorithm says, if people aren't paying attention to what you're doing outside of your group, if you're not paying attention to the people that are outside of your group, then they don't feel like the information and the content in your group is going to be valuable, that it's something that your customers want to see. So I noticed the more and I'm not perfect at what I'm telling you guys to do, what I'm recommending. I work, you know, I'm very busy with my kids and traveling for vendor shows and my husband gone. But when I am consistently posting, I notice that I get a lot more activity in my VIP group. And that's because Facebook says, oh, wait a minute, these guys are friends outside of this group. And it starts making sure that it boosts those posts into their feeds so that when they jump on the computer, it's one of the first things they see. When they start scrolling through their thing, it's one of the first things they see. So being friends with these people outside of your VIP group is huge. I mean, if you think about it, I'm friends with a lot of stylists on Facebook, and I know when I'm slacking because all of my posts that I'm seeing, all of the things in my feed are Color Street people. Yeah. So I know that I'm slacking when that's what I'm seeing. And I get back in there and I start commenting. And then I start seeing a variety of posts from all these different women that I have as my dream customers. And that I want them to notice me all the time, not only in the group, but on my personal page. So that's another way for you to help boost your sales and boost your viewership, is by participating with these people outside of your groups.
I love that so much. That's awesome. Okay, thank you. Okay, there was another thought I had to share, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, one thing that I've started implementing is I was like on a call, I think a couple weeks ago. Abigail was on it too. I don't know if she's still on here. But it was with Katie Harbison, and the way she talks about like gaining new customers through referrals, which she kind of trained us on at the presidential meeting. But I just wanted to add to what Erin said, because she mentioned the thank you notes. And in the beginning, like when Color Street first launched, I was so good about thank you notes. And then as my team grew and as my customers grew, I'm not gonna lie, those were the first things to go, because I was like, I don't have time to do handwritten notes anymore. And so yeah, those went bye-bye. And then after hearing that Katie still does them, and I was like, okay, I should be doing those still. So don't like discredit the handwritten note. I really think people still appreciate those. And in fact, I just ordered something from an Etsy shop like a couple weeks ago, and she wrote me a handwritten note, and it made me feel really special. Like I was like, I totally recommend her now to anybody, and I would buy from her again. So it just kind of, I don't know, builds on that relationship. And you don't have to send it every time they order, but at least the very first time that they order, I think it's important to do that. So I've started doing that too. But that's all I wanted to add to what Erin had to say. Does anybody have any questions for Erin before we end the call?
I have one question.
Okay, Michael has a question for you, Erin.
So I have actually a good chunk of people in my VIP group that, like, we have no friends in common. They just somehow found me, and I added them to the group, and some of them have purchased, but not all of them. So you would recommend me just friending all of them on my personal Facebook too, even if like we don't have no mutual friends or anything in common?
Yep. So I send them a personal message in Messenger, and I friend them.
Okay, because I did send a message in Messenger saying that welcome to the group, and if you have any questions, please feel free to call me or you can email me. However, like never read or anything, like they're just there. You know what I mean? That's why
I friend request them, because if you friend request them, it's going to show up in their Messenger. Otherwise, it's in there as they have to accept the message if you're not friends with them. So that's why I friend request them, and I do that because then they go, oh yeah, I joined that group. Because a lot of times people get added to groups, and they don't even know they're in there. I'm part of hundreds of groups, and I scroll through there and I'm like, what are these groups? I don't even know. So, but if someone friend requests me and sends me a message, then I'm like, wait a minute, why is this person friend requesting me? And I try to figure out who they are if I don't have any friends in common. If I have friends in common, it usually makes sense. But that's the reason that I recommend both friend requesting and sending a message, because that's going to bring attention to you, and they're going to say, wait a minute, why is this person requesting me?
Okay. And then
you can do those welcome posts in your VIP groups too that tag them.
Which I do.
Okay, good.
And then, sorry, I have another question now.
Of course, of course.
What about like people from your, like, because I have a couple parties and not all the people have joined my VIP group. Should I friend request them too, or only friend request them if they join the VIP group?
Every time I do a party, I friend request everybody that gets added to the party. That's the first thing I do, because they're going to see more of your posts if they're friends with you.
Oh, okay. That makes sense then.
Just because they're in the group doesn't mean that they're going to see those posts. And that's one thing that's changed a lot just since January, is that a lot of people are not seeing posts in the groups. And I find that when I friend request them and they accept the friend request, 99% of the time they start seeing the posts, and they weren't in the beginning.
Okay. Do you always or do you only do it if somebody asks? Like, for instance, like you have somebody that joined the party, but they didn't purchase, but they joined your VIP group. Would you ask them, do they want a sample so they can try it, or do you just let them ask you first?
I message people in the parties and I say, thank you so much for attending the party. I'm curious, what did you think about, I ask them for their feedback, because a lot of people are like, oh, she noticed me. I'm important enough that she wants my feedback. And then I say, did you consider, I noticed you didn't place an order. Is there any way I can help you get an order submitted, or did you need to try another sample?
Oh, okay. I like that. I didn't even think of that. Okay.
You make the assumption that they're going to buy.
Okay.
And you assume for them, because then a lot of times they go, oh yeah, I didn't get an order in. Okay, yeah, let's do that. Or they'll be honest with me and say, I decided this isn't the right product for me right now. And I say, oh, I totally get it. We have things that change all the time. If you change your mind, make sure you're part of my VIP group so you can see what's going on. I just always try to, because I don't want people to think because they didn't order with me that I'm like, oh gosh, you don't need to be part of my group, because you never know.
Yeah.
I have people all the time that have been sitting in my group for months that say, okay, I've been watching you for months now. I'm finally going to order. Great.
Yeah, because I don't want that either, because I'm not that type of person. I figure they'll eventually order it if they join the group. They must be interested somehow.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so looks like I'll be adding some people to Facebook tonight.
And the good thing is, Michael, is that also expands your network on Facebook, and it gets more people, because I hope your profile's public. If it's not, it should be.
It is.
Everybody can argue till they're blue in the face with me, but your profile should be public, because that means when their friends are going to start seeing your posts too. So you should be expanding your network every single day. So why not expand it with the people who already have a reason to pay attention to you?
Okay, that makes sense. And my husband should do the same thing too, or just should one of us just add them?
Oh, of course, both.
Okay, because we because we do it together, so they know us both. Right. So we both should add them, and then we could get double the people almost.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that makes sense. Cool.
Do it.
Thank you so much.
Get those people added.
Exactly. Thank
Anyone
you.
else have any questions?
You're welcome.
Michael, I think you're the first person to ever use the raise your hand thing. I was like, why does he have a blue thing in the corner? And then I realized what it was. I was like, oh.
I didn't know if I was supposed to do it, because that's how I do it at work if we have questions. So that's what I'm just used to.
Well, it is very important. It made me feel special. I was like, ooh, it's official.
Well, as a licensed school teacher, I appreciate you raising your hand first.
I get an A+ and a sticker.
That's right.
All right. Anyone else have questions for Erin?
Going once. No, just kidding.
Sold to wrestling practice. I'm just kidding.
I know. Hooray, my son's in there probably getting whooped on. He's like the smallest kid in the whole wrestling room. But he's not the biggest. It's adorable.
That is such a cute little thing. I
I have a quick question. Even if they've been in my VIP group for a while, is it too late to friend them, do you think? Or
Oh, no
should I
way.
just go through? Okay.
Yeah, definitely friend them. They're still in there. They haven't chosen
Yeah.
to leave.
Okay.
And they might also be like, oh man, she noticed me. Like
Yeah.
I've had people tell me before.
Finally, after all these months.
Well, and I've had people say to me before, I didn't even think you knew who I was. And I'm like, of course I know who you are. I mean, I'm being a little bit presumptuous when I say that because
Right.
I've seen their name and I've seen them in the group because I do look at my list often enough because I want to try to, I mean, and I have like 1,000 people in my group. So there's no way for me to personally know all of them, but I can't, like, I genuinely mean it when I say a lot of these people truly like treat me as if I'm one of their best friends. They send my husband presents. They love my family and they know who we are. And I'm willing to put myself out there. I'm willing to be vulnerable. I'm not afraid to say, guys, I'm having a rough day. Or, hey, I know I was supposed to do a drawing like a month ago. Sorry about that. You know, just be genuine and honest about who you are. And it makes people more excited to shop with you and be a part of your community. And I call it my fingernail fashion family. I say, welcome to the fingernail fashion family. That's my group is Fingernail Fashion with Erin Stones. So I always welcome them to the family, not just to the group, and, you know, just make them feel like they're part of a community that they want to be in, you know?
Okay. Alrighty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Erin, we're going to let you go, get back to wrestling. Thank you so much for doing this for us. We really appreciate you. Abigail says you are so awesome, and what? You are fantastic, because apparently she was surprised that people don't like you when you said that. So I just wanted to share those comments with you because she thinks you're amazing, and we all do. So thank you so much, and have so much fun on the cruise.
I know. I'm so sad that everybody's not going to be there, but next year, guys, envision it. Say whatever it is, I'm going to make it happen.
I'm not going to be pregnant next year, hopefully, so.
We know.
I shouldn't say that out loud because then it might happen.
I know. Watch what you say. I had my
True.
uterus taken out. That's the only reason I can say I won't be pregnant next year.
Very true. But you never. Very true. Yeah. I was like, you never know, but yeah, that can't happen anymore. Cannot.
Exactly. Yep. Okay, everybody. Thank you so much for having me. And hey, I'd love to get this recording if you're gonna hang on to it, Stephanie.
I will give it to you.
Okay. Thank
Okay,
you.
bye.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.